Hello there. This is 130:25. If you don't mind subscribing, um, thumbs up, or yeah, it helps the channel. Um, this is going to be my only income, so I appreciate a little help. Be humble and kind. So this is about a washer that now this front loaders. I've noticed that a lot of them have come out. I've done this for 30 years. Um, had my own business, major appliance tech business. I specified in major appliance repair. Go out on calls all day long, every day, up to 12 calls a day. And so when your washer is not draining, it's important to eliminate the simple things first. Um, so you need to make sure that your hose doesn't have a kink on it coming out of the back into the drain. Um, Another thing is if you have a vacuum seal hose going into your drain, that can sometimes keep it from draining, or if you have a blockage or a restriction in your drain line going out to the street or wherever your drain goes to, that can cause it not to drain. You can always put your drain hose in a bucket or something and put it on spin or drain and see if it drains that way. And if it does, then you know it's your drain, something to do with the house or something. Um, if that doesn't solve the problem, if it's still not draining, then most likely you have a blocked screen. The odds are good anyway, right? Well, we're going through a process of elimination. So you have this little door here on the front loaders. This is an LG. I've had this for about 10, 11 years, 12 maybe. So it's got a little hose that comes out, and this hose has a little insert. You take that out and drain all the water out. And if no water comes out, then this little hose is probably plugged up. So you want to get some towels, put them or something down right here, get a container, so when you take this filter out, when the filter comes out, you won't get water all over the floor, right? So this screws out. You'll see the little lips on this thing here, and this comes out, and you twist it counterclockwise, and you'll take that out. Make sure those towels are there, because it'll. And maybe if you got a bottom drawer, put some towels underneath there, and try to collect as much as you can. So you'll take that out, and you will, see if it's clogged up, especially if you have pets and things like that, or you have a lot of old rags that you wash a lot or whatever, where the materials fall apart, it becomes stringy and it gets in there and clogs the screen. So you'll take that screen out, and then if it doesn't look clogged, then you got something else going on. So the next most likely thing is that the propeller is stripped, or broken, and even though the motor sounds like it's running, it's not reaching that RPMs with that blade in condition that it'll pump the water. So if you eliminate those few things, and it's still not pumping, then I'd recommend at that point go ahead and replacing the pump. And I think they're like $70. Just depends what you got, what kind of appliance you have, right? And so if you replace the pump and it doesn't solve your problem, that's highly unusual, because that's usually going to solve it. So those things that I've mentioned, one of those things, start with the easiest thing, then going in, checking your filter, and then still not draining, and then you replace the pump. It'll be very unusual that doesn't solve your problem, right? You're looking probably 98% of chance that if you replace the pump when you get to this point of diagnostic process, yeah. So I'd go with the 98% probability that replacing the pump solves the problem. And so replacing the pump on these, well, it just depends on what model you have, right? So I'm just trying to give it an analogy of probabilities here. everybody's machine's got a different design, right? Unless you have an LG like this one, you know. So go to the pump. No pumpy, replace the pumpy, right? So, after you've eliminated the drain hose and all those other things I mentioned, and most likely that'll solve your problem. And I dismantled this machine all the way down to its guts. I did this for 30 some years, and so simple as that. Well, the most difficult thing for me ever to do is when they would redesign them, they would redesign the way you got into them, right? So to get into them would change, and so I go to someone's house and I would see that machine and I go, okay, here we go again. I go, okay, well, I have no idea how to get in that machine. And they changed the way to get into these things. They changed them quite often. And so I was in a constant, oh, Samson, and I have to figure out how to take it all apart, right? So it wasn't about the theory. So the appliance theory, when I took it in college, I got an associate's degree in major appliance tech repair. So they taught theory, but you know, how can you teach constant changing of design for access, right? So the access was constantly changing. So you'll need to go online with your specific model and watch a video on that specific model on how to dismantle it. Because if you go in there and you start taking this out and this out, next thing you know, you went down this rabbit hole you didn't want to go down. You're going, oh my gosh, that came apart. This, yeah. So I've been there with cars and all kinds of different things. And so there you go. And if you have any comments, just leave them, you know, in the comment section, and I'll give you a response if I can answer your question. And you have a nice day. Please subscribe, thumbs up, helps the channel. Thank you. Good day.